Enough is not less. It's peace in disguise. It's the quiet satisfaction that whispers, "This is already whole." We live in a world that worships more. More time, more things, more proof, more progress. We're taught to stretch our lives until they tear, to measure worth in expansion, and to fear the pause that asks, what if this is enough? But enough isn't the end of desire. It's the refinement of it. It's the moment when craving becomes clarity, when the reaching hand opens and finally feels the air it's been cutting through. The beauty of enough is subtle. It doesn't shine like luxury, it glows like balance. It doesn't shout with achievement. It hums with alignment. It's the sound of a heart that has stopped running from itself. We confuse abundance with accumulation. We think fullness comes from adding, when often it comes from allowing. Enough is the architecture of peace, a structure built not on what we gather, but on what we stop needing to prove. Look at nature. Nothing in it hoards. A tree doesn't keep growing skyward forever. It stops when it reaches light. The ocean doesn't overflow its basin. It expands and recedes, honoring rhythm. Even the breath knows when to let go. Enough is nature's way of saying, completion can be gentle. The mind, however, forgets this rhythm. It runs, collects, compares. It measures its worth against illusions. But calm comes when we begin to design our days around sufficiency. Not scarcity, not abundance, but balance. To ask not, how much can I get, but how much can I appreciate? When we stop chasing, the horizon stops running too. Suddenly, the ground beneath us becomes beautiful. The ordinary objects, a cup, a window, a beam of morning light, turn sacred again. The smallest details begin to speak, because our attention has finally slowed enough to listen. Enough is not about limits. It's about liberation. When you have enough, you're free. Free from the pull of comparison. Free from the weight of expectation. Free from the echo that says you must be more to be worthy. Enough isn't lack. It's clarity without hunger. We often believe that satisfaction means stopping, but it's not stillness that frightens us. It's the silence that comes with it. The mind, addicted to motion, fears what it cannot control. So it runs toward the next goal, the next version, the next upgrade of self. But peace waits behind the finish line. We keep moving. To live with enough is to live with rhythm. To know when to act and when to rest. To move like breath, expanding, contracting, returning. Enough doesn't mean smaller. It means measured. It means trusting that joy doesn't need to shout to be real. We're taught that growth is always forward, that progress is perpetual, motion. But the most beautiful growth often happens in place. The seed doesn't run to find light. It grows where it lands. Calm maturity is not about having more. It's about needing less to feel. Full contentment is not a finish line. It's a posture. It's how we meet the moment we're already in. When we stop bargaining with life, when we stop saying, I'll be at peace when the beauty of enough appears, not as a reward, but as recognition. Gratitude is the language of enough. It translates what we have into sufficiency. It's not a list of blessings. It's a way of seeing. A glass of water becomes generosity. Quiet morning becomes abundance. Even breath, once taken for granted, becomes sacred. Participation. The modern world confuses having everything with being whole. But wholeness isn't a collection. It's coherence. It's when all the scattered parts of us agree, softly, I can rest here. Enough is the space where ambition meets peace and realizes they were never enemies. Just different rhythms of the same music. The calm of enough changes how we love. When we stop needing others to fill our emptiness, we begin to love without taking. Our relationships stop being trades of validation and become quiet exchanges of presence. Enough creates room for kindness too. Breathe. Even creativity flourishes inside limits. An artist doesn't paint with every color. They choose the few that speak most. Honestly, a musician finds beauty not in endless notes, but in the pauses that give them shape. Enough is the boundary that makes meaning possible. The practice of enough is daily. It's in the way we speak to ourselves, in how we decide when to stop scrolling, when to stop worrying, when to stop reaching for what's already in our hands. Enough is a skill, not a circumstance. We build it by noticing, by catching the moment the mind says more and replying, gently, maybe not today. Simplicity isn't absence. It's mastery. It's the grace to stop before excess, to let things and thoughts breathe, to honor the pause between action and satisfaction. Enough is where joy lives quietly, unadvertised. When we learn to see the beauty of enough, our surroundings transform. The room doesn't need more objects. It needs more awareness. The day doesn't need more hours. It needs more presence. Even the heart doesn't need more proof. It needs more peace. The world outside may always ask for more, but the world within can learn to answer differently. It can whisper, "This moment is already complete." That whisper becomes freedom. It becomes lightness. It becomes the quiet strength of a life that no longer chases itself. When we see what's already here, abundance begins. Not the abundance of things, but of meaning. Not of possessions, but of perception. Not of gain, but of gratitude. If this moment brought you calm, stay a while. Subscribe, and let this space remind you that peace isn't something to earn. It's something to remember. Every day we return here to breathe, to soften, to realize that enough was never small. It was sacred all along. This is Form Within Mind, where calm takes shape,